Gaia hosted Smart Cities International Conference. This event, organized by INTELI, represented an opportunity for mayors, theorists and entrepreneurs to talk about smart cities. The Mayor of Gaia, Eduardo Vítor Rodrigues, pointed the way forward, the creation of a joint venture for European funds and a new globalization paradigm based on people and heritage.
A globalization context that has been globalizing people through inequalities, and for that reason we need to embrace this moment to point the way forward, to build a new way of thinking. We do not want a sectarian globalization that believes behind those ones who are worst, that leaves behind fragile and weaker territories. We want a globalization able not to forget local identities, local skills, localisms on the real sense of the world, and that assumes local identities as a fundamental factor of growth and development. And I think that it is worthwhile to make the struggle, the reflection, to brainstorm, so that we can be sure that one of the more important, I even think it's the most important one, development instruments of the next 6 or 7 years, community support framework, will not be transformed into an instrument of creation of additional inequalities and vulnerabilities in territories that are full of handicaps, as it happens on northern Portugal.
New community support framework will give 1.1 billion euros for urban innovation in Portuguese smart cities. Gaia is a member of a restricted group of smart cities that share database. On phase 1, this group only worked on electrical mobility.
We started this project in 2009 about electrical mobility. It was one of the first cities that joined the project, one of the first 25 cities that first joined the project. After that, Gaia participated with us on the project Smart Cities Index that served to evaluate several parameters, about 100 parameters of 25 cities. And Gaia was one of the cities that was, I wouldn't say evaluated, I'd rather call it an analysis, because the goal of the work was to provide the municipality some information, better information to the citizens, so politicians can take better decisions regarding a city political definition. Recently, this network was extended to 40 more cities, and we transformed the network based on electrical mobility to a smart cities network. And that was the major changing, and Gaia played a decisive role throughout the process.
Gaia is also a covenant of mayors member. It represents a group of cities that voluntarily propose themselves to increase energetic efficiency and the use of renewable energies in their territories.
I know that in Iberic Peninsula there is, let's say, a strong involvement, especially covenant of mayors, which is already a good sign for what we want to achieve further with smart cities. The idea is to start, and if the start is there, as I said, with the current initiatives, we are more than certain that these cities will continue to get involved in the current initiatives as smart cities and communities.
The event brought some news, like the will to approach Spanish smart cities to Portuguese ones, with the purpose of creating an Iberian platform. On the conference panels, many case studies were shown.
We do believe that cities are our greatest challenge. I mean, clearly you can see that 50% of the world's population lives in cities, and they have all kinds of problems. We heard so much about that today from the mayors that just spoke. Everything from congestion to water to communication problems to involving citizens to getting the politicians to take the risks and make the investments.
The closure of the conference was made by Daniel Couto, GaiUrb's chairman, that presented municipal agencies' best practices.
No paper is a process created. It's an innovation made fundamentally under all existent and available knowledge. But it is an adapted knowledge to a reality of administrative procedure and urban licensing. We transformed energy certification into a product. We are making energy certification all over our housing park and social accommodation as well.
Reception was made on previous day, 23rd October, with a violin concert and a dinner on Corpus Christi Convent.